How's it going, guys? This is the Landfight TCG Podcast, Episode 3. I'm here with...
Kyle. Hey, I had to get seated, alright?
So we just concluded our tournament last night.
Yeah.
It went really, really well.
It was solid.
Check out my deck profile.
You should.
I secured the bag. Not with aliens, unfortunately.
With elves, of all things.
I know. I'd say it's probably one of the next best decks right now.
Yeah.
I've been talking about it for a long time, being like, hey, this deck is really good. I don't know how it's really good, but it is really good.
And it is. Glad you got that first place trophy. You didn't play me, though. I'm the one person who didn't play.
Well, I mean, if you lose round one, I can't.
I won round one. I lost round two.
Yeah. Got bodied round two.
I got bodied by water. All right. Speaking of water and elves, there's going to be an update to the ban list. Starting September 18th. It is adding 3 cards, completely banned: Helping Hand, Waterfall, and Aqua Infusion. So Waterfall is funny because that was actually expansion pack 1. It's just not getting hit because of the combination of all the new water stuff with the water deck. Is crazy. Now, what's your opinions on those 3 cards getting hit on the ban list?
So I can give a lot of insight on Helping Hand. I'm gonna let you take it away with water.
Okay.
Because shout out to Jasmine. She said that she wants good representation on the water.
She got good representation by bodying people with the deck.
So Helping Hand is a card that simply states for every elf in your graveyard, draw one.
Yeah.
It is very fast and very quick to be able to get more than 2, 3, 4 elves in grave. You draw.
What's the most amount of cards you drew?
7.
7.
And that's like Helping Hand, draw 7, Helping Hand, draw 7. It became an FTK deck, and that's why I got hit. We keep breaking this game, and
We don't want FTKs to be easy.
No.
We want it to be possible. We want OTKs to be possible, not necessarily FTKs. But either way, we don't want it to be easy. We want both players in the match to really enjoy their time, and you're not going to enjoy it if your opponent takes 15 minutes for a turn, recycling through their deck, and then killing you. Yeah,
I was like, who, me?
And that's why we're doing the monthly updates. And this is a small update. It's just 3 cards, just knock out the game. But in the same way, it's small, it's big. Now let's go to the water cards. You said Helping Hand is a ton of draws. Well, the water is completely different, but it loops. So Waterfall is a land you can pay 3 life once per turn and add a water boost from your deck to your hand, which is really good. But the problem is we have all these new water cards, so you can add a ton of stuff. But Aqua Infusion turn all your boosts into small water creatures in your ruins, which is good. But there's cards that let you add your small water creatures from your ruins back to your hand. 2 of them, specifically with Coral Calling, which is an okay card for creature recursion, but the issue is all the boosts are considered creatures. So Jasmine would just add Easy Draw, rinse and repeat.
I was gonna say, I think she easy drawed me 8 times.
8 times. That card's limited to 1.
Yeah.
And I could see it getting hit. You'll be able to use it twice per game because of the reuse draw or something. But 8 times, outrageous.
I will say it's funny too because how Helping Hand even got banned. I didn't even originally plan on playing it. I pulled it and was like, well, all right, let's try it because I have it now, so let's try it. And I started realizing like, oh my god, this card is nuts.
It is really good. And it's one of those cards that you want to throw in your binder and just say, I won this event because of this thing. It's one of those, just throw it on the back burner. It's a memory. All right, so we want to look at the staples, the new staples in this game. Now, a lot of the old staples are staying around, like the Sable Sirens and whatnot. But okay, Continuous Wave. What do you think of it? It's a double pop on boost.
So
I think it's coming to this meta soon.
I don't think so. Actually, I really. At first, I want it in my side because I've been playing Beyond Energy. It's obviously not as good. There's only possible one.
But there's no life cost.
Yeah, I know. But let's say my opponent does 2 nuclear landmines, which is borderline becoming a staple. We'll get to that in a second. And yeah, it'd be nice to destroy both of those. But popping one's pretty nice too. But I just don't feel like there's been a lot of continuous use. Aqua Infusion is now gone. thankfully. And Mutant Control is falling out of the format. The only other deck I can think of that's playing any continuous boost really is like Stall Burn.
What about Sorcerer as well?
Sorcerer Pedal 4 still loses to the same staples we talked about in episode 1.
Eternal Witness.
Witness, a Disruption.
And we're seeing Witness at 4 a lot again, too.
Yeah. I was rewatching one of my...
Eternal Witness.
The boy! I remember when I was watching one of my first deck profiles last night for zombies, and I was like, for the first time ever, I'm playing this at 3, and I was like, why did I do that? What changed in the deck list to make me not want to play all 4?
I don't know. So, I don't know. I think Continuous Way is alright, but side note, there was a card in Tides of Havoc called Endless Options that you pay 3 life and you choose one of 3 effects. And one of them is send all continuous boosts on the field to the ruins.
Yeah.
It's 2 less life, but it sends every continuous boost, but it hurts 0. So if you're playing continuous boost, it's not good.
Yeah.
But there's also you can also both players draw 1. It's almost like an Eternal Witness type feel. Not as good, but if continuous boost become an issue, I think Endless Options will be a very good tech card.
I mean, if we're going to talk about continuous boost, how are strengths, for example, coming up to this meta? Like, how do you feel like, where's their placement in the meta?
Strength were the first, big things for continuous boost. Everybody was playing them. They got hit down to 2 because it got to the point where people were getting 4 of them on the board. Everything was too powerful. But I think we're at a point now in the game where the strength cards aren't as good as they once were. Now, if you have a deck that the issue is strength, you could maybe play them. But a lot of us would just rather total destruction or stall out until you get something bigger.
You just don't see it really anymore. The only deck that I saw a little bit in was Mutant Control, because who else is playing Earth but Werecat?
And I tested it in my Werecat deck, and I liked it until I played against Mutant Control, against Corn, I kept playing against Earth deck. So what does it do for me? Now, maybe if there's a newer version in the future that says only my Earth creatures, maybe, but I feel like their time is kind of gone. Someone could tech it in, and I would love to see someone tech the strength cards in and do really great with it.
Yeah, I would like to see that
because
too.
They're getting to the point where they feel like they're classic now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They are considered OGs, you know.
One thing I really like now is nuclear landmine.
It's neat.
It's nuts.
It's really annoying.
It's a continuous boost. If every time a creature summons, that player rolls a 1 or 6, or they roll a 6-sided die. If they get a 1 or 6, the creature dies. You don't get its effect; it just dies.
Yep.
And I think with certain control decks, that at 4 would be nuts. Because even I had 1 out, and you rolled 3 in a row that was like 2 1s and a 6, so you lost everything you played. Hurt you. But I don't know. I feel like it's got its place in continuous, not continuous, but in control or stall. You know.
What's really nice about it too is like the fact that if you summon the creature, you pay the life for it. It's on the field. You roll. And if it's a 1 or 6, it's popped. The effect does not happen if it's popped, which is pretty neat. It is pretty neat. I wonder what it would mean if it didn't. I think about that sometimes. Like, what if I summon a Sable Siren, I roll 1, effect procs, then it's popped? Do you think it'd be as good, or do you think it'd be worse?
I think it'd be. I mean,
I feel like it'd be worse.
It would be good if you were the one playing it. It'd be bad if you weren't the one playing it.
Well, no, because I mean, like, imagine.
No, I'm saying if I was playing Nuclear Landmine,
yeah,
it would be good for me if my effect still kicked off.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
If you were playing Nuclear Landmine against me and my effect still popped off, it's bad for you. So I don't know. That's weird, but I think it's good where everything fizzles out. I think it's crazy.
There is one more continuous I really want to talk about because I feel like we haven't really touched on it. Shockingly, because this card is alters the game a lot, like the whole game.
Which one?
What do you think about Ultimate Decision?
Ultimate Decision. I hate / like that card. Now, I think it would be good in certain decks. Now, I tried it out in Burn, and the problem is okay, I have to choose boost or creature while I draw into the stables like Seraphina, Sable Siren. I can't really use those with that strategy. So I think it's good. I think you just have to find the right strategy for it to work for you because it halts your opponent.
I wonder if like an all boost strategy could happen again, where like you put ultimate decision, you always call boost, and you just find like another win condition that has nothing to do with summoning creatures. Like whether that be like sending Stow to the graveyard,
Deck out,
putting a bunch of elves in the graveyard, a killer elf. I
don't know. And what about an all creature deck? You never know.
Coming soon.
I think if someone did all creature deck, it'd be Mark. I think he would.
Yeah, I think it'd be Mark
because he's the first person that's like, I'm going to do all boost at the tournament and ruin the whole game for everybody until we put out a ban list. Okay, so Xylia.
I think she's broken. I think she's
insane.
I think she's insane.
Do you think she's fair though?
So if we're going by card economy, you are technically losing one. But the losing one doesn't really matter when you're discarding something that matters. Like take for example, like when you play with sorcery, you discard a pet. That's good.
Well, yeah. So Xylia, all right. So I'm talking about her outside of her archetype, outside of dark sorcerer creatures.
Well, still good because like I played her in my elf deck, and in elves I discarded an elf, and I loaded up killer elf.
Yeah, but elves play a lot like sorcerers do. Instead of the attack boost, they just get the burn, right? It's a similar deck.
You guys got better larges than we do though.
Oh yeah. So do you think Xylia could be played in every deck? Do you think it would be justified in every deck?
Yeah, I really do.
Really?
Because if you're going like, let's say you're going first, why do you need that CD in hand? Discard it. Draw something better, like a boost cancel.
That's fair enough. One other sorcerer card I really like is Zorion. He can search for a boost.
I know, but he's just really annoying to play against.
Oh well, yeah, but you pay 4 life, you get a 7 strength, right?
Yeah,
you get to live in the top 3 out of boost. I mean, I failed a search on that maybe one time in the whole time I've played it. So like right now in my deck, I'm doing the Zorion, Luminara, Stella, right?
Yeah.
Luminara's a draw 3. It's a given. I think Luminara is another card that should go in any deck that can fit it. They don't need the third large. And then Zorion is just like, hey, you need a boost? Here you go.
You guys miss playing 2 Luminara? Well, here's your kind of Luminara, you know?
Yeah, it's a diet Luminara.
Diet?
Caffeine free, calorie free.
Seraphina, 0 sugar.
Yeah. So, Xylia versus Seraphina?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I mean, do you value the draw or do you value the discard?
Yeah, I guess it depends on your deck. I don't know, because it's like Xylia helped me get Werecats into ruins, right? Play Xylia, pitch Stella, draw. Okay, Stella is where I need it to be, and I have a draw. Seraphina would just give me the draw, and then Stella would be stuck in my hand. So I guess it depends on your deck. If you don't need something in the grave.
Because that's the nice thing about Seraphina. Because that's the thing about Seraphina, though. Like you go even in card advantage, where Xylia you're losing one, but depending on the deck, you're technically in a better position. Like just Kyle, like Kyle said, like you can discard Stella. That's really good.
Well, like go back to zombies. Flashback. And
whoa, you gotta remember that deck.
Zombies. Xylia can be played as zombies. Pitch one of your mediums, draw a card.
Combine Society, pitch zombie, add Xylia effect, spin the zombie, Lord of Blood, summon 2 back. There you go.
Xylia is perfect setup for the ruins. I guess Seraphina is number 1, but Xylia is my current favorite card in Landfight because it's the easiest way to get rid of cards in your hand.
Always love you, Seraphina.
I know. Xylia is my number 1 right now. Okay, so Ruins Defense, I feel like it's huge right now.
It's big. It's so big.
Everybody's playing Grave Supply. Everybody's playing Reuse Draw. Stella, Water. I don't know. I think I'm very certain I will side deck Ruins Defense.
I've been doing it since day 1.
I might main it at some point. I think we're getting close. It always. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's the next month or two, but I think at some point
You're coping.
Bruins defense is the main.
You're coping. Reuse draw is not 4 anymore.
Yeah, but Grave Supply is at 4.
And how many people are playing that? You?
50%.
No. The people I talk to about Grave Supply, they want to take out.
I don't get that. Grave Supply is so good.
It's good, but not for the reasons you think. It's good for not decking out, but like.
It's good for putting Boost Canceller and Creature Canceller back in my ruins, or back in my deck.
There should be no way where you can't recycle, reuse, draw, or paper heads.
Oh.
I promise.
Yeah, but if you get hit on the right Boost Cancel and you don't have nothing to stop it, you're done.
Chain block it.
You're done.
Block it.
Chain blocking. So chain blocking's been huge.
Whoa, don't tell my secrets, bro.
Hey, we
Don't tell my secrets. All right, I'll talk about it.
All right.
You can talk about it.
We'll just go on the next card. Maybe next time we'll discuss that. All right. Dread Admiral.
Card
Yes, no, maybe. No. I don't know. Can you repeat that question?
Please, again.
I was doing the Malcolm middle bit. Anyway, Dread Admiral. I don't know. I don't think it's good yet. I think it's going to be crazy eventually. It's a side deck, maybe. It's good in waters. All right.
It's good in theory. Like on paper, the card is very good.
But like, I Eternal Witness out.
No, I know it's so easy to get rid of. I mean, like, okay, sucks I can't use my land, but
now if there was a way for it to not be popped by boost, it would be kind of good. But it's a 6. If you get a 7, you can beat over it. If you get Eternal Witness, you can beat over it or kill it.
yeah, but there's only one good large I can think of.
Go on with that. I'll answer this phone call.
Okay, there's only one good large I can think of that does that really. It's Sorcerer. I mean, they play the Zorion, and if you're playing pure, you play the other one. But I think the Zorion is probably just the best choice. It's just hard. It's hard to say because Dread Admiral and the theory behind it, because it was played against me a couple times. And I was playing Elf, so of course I don't need to get my search, but it doesn't really matter because even if it was like against Werecat or if it was against Burn, I'm always going to have a way to pop it, or a way to get above it. I mean, I can't think of a single deck that can't get rid of it except for maybe like Phoenix, but I'm sure they're playing Eternal Witness.
For Dread.
Yeah. So I was judging how I think it's not a very good card. I think it will be at one point. I think give it some time. I think there'll be a time where lands are like you're dead or you're alive. Like remember like Stalled Burn was like the best deck. Like that was a good time for it to be around. Or like I can't even say fairies because I can't even say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dread Admiral has its place in the future. That's how I feel.
I do too. Yeah. Give it a couple sets.
It's like Creature Cancel, right? Creature Cancel wasn't good, and now it's every deck.
Yeah, that's true.
I played 3 Creature Cancel now.
How'd you like it?
I like it. I seen it. I used it. It was great.
I don't think I'll ever change from 2.
Stopping a Seraphina, stopping a Sable Siren. Boy, what are they doing? You stop Sable Siren, all right. They play easy draw, boost cancel. They're like, oh, I'm down 3 cards.
Well, when I was drawing 7 cards, I was happy.
Well, we'll see how you feel. All right, so top decks right now. Elves number 1, right?
Not anymore.
We'll talk about the decks after the list.
Okay, pre-list? Oh yeah,
Elves.
Water.
I think Elves and Water are on the same tier. If you go first, you win.
It's a dice roll. Yeah.
It's literally a dice roll. After that, I don't know. I think my Sorcerer Werecat deck is good, but it's also my deck. So like, I don't know other people's opinions on that, but I've won pretty steadily with it. But it's mainly Werecat with a little bit of sorcery.
So this is just my prediction. Post list, I really do think Sorcery is the best deck. What does that deck lose to? They shuffle away Werecats. They get enough power.
Yeah,
they can't be beaten over.
If you have it's a strength issue with the pedal form, right? So I played against Sorcerer and I won because of their pedals.
What do you mean because of their pedals?
Because I'm not even playing the pedals. I'm playing Werecat, but they had 2 pedals. Given 2 pedals on the field, 4 in the ruins. That's a +8. I played Zorion. He was freaking 15.
Yeah, but if he just plays one Eternal Witness, he's gone, and he wins.
Yeah, so I guess it's just a matter of hand advantage at that point.
Yeah, I think sorcery is really nuts. I think the second best deck, I'm probably gonna say, and this is post list, I'm gonna give it to Korn. Korn is the new alien. I'm serious. You might think I'm all other. Okay, look, listen. Mark, when you summoned all those little 3s, like boom, 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 he had like,
You can summon.
he had 5.
So
It's crazy.
So you use the recruitment call, right, to pitch a small to add the medium. Use a medium to add the small back from ruins. Use a small to add a small from deck. Rinse and repeat until you have 4 smalls and a medium.
Yeah, and then team fight.
Team fight.
And he killed.
My bad.
And then he kills you. Yeah, no, you literally released a modern version of aliens.
But limiter kills that.
Yeah, but are you siding limiter?
No.
What deck is it good against? 0 right now. Limiter? I love limiter, but
It's good against Korn.
yeah, now, but
Okay, so this next format, are you maining hand for hand?
yeah.
Yeah,
Are you?
I might.
Why wouldn't you?
I'm starting to like it. I didn't like it, and
Why?
I'm starting to like it. I don't know. I never felt like I had good timing with it, but I've seen it come off on some crazy plays. But I think my new side going into this format is going to include Ruinous Defense, Limiter, Dread Admiral. I think it's still a good side card. I don't know. I kind of don't like it, but I think it's a good side card.
Yeah.
It stops battles. It stops whatever. You can search it with Combined Society. I'm thinking about going into 4 Combined Society. I think it's the best card in the game right now. You agree, and you're going to try to take credit, but I'm allowed to agree with what you agree with.
I'll let you have it.
You're going to play 4, aren't you?
Yeah, I said that.
Combined Society go bird.
I've been saying that since day one. I think Combined Society is the most broken search card in the entire game.
Yeah.
Like you guarantee.
It's crazy in Elf.
Yeah.
Oh, one more card that you talked about a little bit on your deck profile, but not a lot, was Diviner of Revival.
Oh yeah. Divider's a new card out of Tides of Havoc. It says anytime during your opponent's turn, you can summon this card from your grave, from your ruins.
I don't know. It's stall, right? It's endless stall unless they ruins purge it.
It's like, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. Like why I played it. It's just like I was so afraid of dying because all the elves are so small. So if I could just like save my life a little bit extra and an extra body, it's really good.
It's almost better than a life gain card, right? Because you bring it back. So if you get total destruction, right, and then you bring it back and it's a 3, but they have a 4 and they hit over it, that saves you 4 life. And they could effectively do that the whole entire game. You're saving 4 life a turn.
You also lose when you play the game life cards. You lose a card to gain the life. And there's only like 2 examples where I'm like, oh, a game life card's good, which I think we talked about last time. But it was like +9 and Mill to Survive.
Yeah.
Because they actually give you something. Like +9 is a body and a blocker, and Mill to Survive is a graveyard setup.
Yeah.
You know.
So, are you gonna keep playing Diviner? You think so? You think
Yeah.
it's a tech?
Yeah. I don't think. I think one day it'll come out, but as long as I'm playing like a light deck, it won't.
I like it a lot in Werecat because I can summon it back. I can summon Stella back.
It's super annoying.
It is, and it helps a lot.
It does. Yeah. Do you think that Werecat is like when you played Sorcery? Did it feel bad?
It was grindy, right?
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was doing good, but I won game 3 with 2 life left.
Yeah.
So that's where we are with that. I think I will continue with Werecat for now. I like it, and I want to see how it does with Elf and Water crippled a little bit. But right now, I don't think there's anything too broken in the game. I think that was the biggest hits for the list. I don't think there's anything else at the moment that is going to cause the pace to be insane, and I'll be excited to see what the next tournament.
What do you think Water looks like now?
I think water looks a lot more like a swarm strategy.
I want them to lean more toward like the every time you have a card in your hand, you gain attack. For
The
that.
new large.
Yeah, I think that card's really good. I think people are sleeping on that card. It may not be like the biggest, strongest water you play. Coraline's nuts. I mean,
But the Rising Sea Level land that comes in the deck lets you draw cards when you summon a large. I think it's 2 cards when you summon a large.
Yeah.
Also, if you have less than 4 cards in your hand, all your water's +2. Which I think Dread Admiral is actually good in that because he's an 8. So the only way you're really popping him is Eternal Witness or TD.
yeah, but it makes the other water counterproductive almost. Because yeah, you're gaining 2 cards, but
Oh, I know, but what I'm saying is,
like you play Dread Admiral instead.
well, that's an option, you know?
Yeah.
But with that land gives you 2 ways to play the water deck. Small
Yeah.
hand, big hand.
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, that's pretty neat. Never thought about that.
I think one deck that is really slept on this format is Phoenix. They had new support. No one's played it.
No comment.
You could say it's bad, but until it's played, we don't know.
I think the deck is like this close. I really do think it's this close to being like the best deck.
But I think if you threw in some of the new staples, Combined Society, Sable Siren, and you threw that Majestic Unity, I think there's a way to really get it going.
I think that'd be like the first deck that me personally I would play with like 8 strengths. Like I want every single strength card. I want every single like.
And the thing is, there's so much to do with it. And little secret, in the future, we got 4 new decks coming throughout the next several months, and there will be announcements. The next, we don't know if we're going to go back to. I think we're going to old booster pack style again. So we'll catch you up with that. But whether it's old booster pack style or master pack style, that set will feature a lot of Majestic stuff. I will tell you that much. So get your Phoenix decks now, get them prepped, and
So yours is over there.
yeah.
Yep. This one dropped, so I try to keep it out.
Get your Phoenix decks now because it won't be long before this is, flying out of the ashes. No.
Why I started this with you?
I don't know. It's okay. I think Phoenix will be good. I don't know. I know next tournament I'm sticking to Wear Cats. I might add some more Combined Societies. I might set my side a little bit different. I want to play Limiter because of the water matchup, because of the night matchup, and that's kind of where I'm at. Is there anything that you think you need to do coming up this format?
Well, I'm gonna keep going with elves because usually I have a rule. It's like if I win with a deck, I totally get rid of it. But I literally played 1 tournament with it.
And you won with Helping Hand. It's not going. So
Yeah,
you want to try
exactly.
to win it again.
Exactly. And like the original plan wasn't even to play Helping Hand. It was supposed to be like a grindy burn deck instead of like stall. It was like the second option.
It just went nuts.
Yeah. Helping Hand was just so nuts I didn't realize it. And so I want to try it again, which is normal. So it'd be like elf, just like elf. That's all it'll be is elves. I want to do that. I do know for a fact though that one of my favorite cards is bad in that deck. Emerging Light is just horrible.
Yeah, you don't need your elves. You need your elves in the ruins.
And never to come
It's
out.
only good for Luminar if Luminar is there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Okay. Well, I guess we can chat with them next week and kind of see how we're feeling about some stuff.
Yeah, I say if you guys definitely post, how everything's going,
Yeah.
and we'll go from there.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.
See you guys.